Welcome back to 75-gallon rimless mixed reef aquarium, and we are about to start the cleaning of the sump. And give a quick overview. This skimmer has only been cleaned twice since I purchased it, and because it's overpowered for 75-gallon, I usually will run it pretty dry or put it on a timer so that when the lights click on, the skimmer turns off during the photo period. And the main thing we're going to do is get it in some vinegar and do maintenance on the pump, and then we will pull some of the marine pure blocks out into this. The sump holds about, I think, 30 so gallons, I want to say, maybe 35. And in the meantime, when I turn off the return pump, it will cut flow to the tank up top from the sump, and I have the heaters in the back to maintain the water temperature at 80 is where I keep it at. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so about a third of the way through the process. We used the pump for my BRS deluxe reactors. Right now it has carbon in it, but that will be changing to phosphate removal media, and I'll be putting the carbon in a bag, basically reversing that phosphate media into the reactor and then putting carbon in the bag in the sump. So try and have multi-uses for the equipment. This container holds 7 gallons. This is the first chamber, and then we'll do the second, and then the final chamber, and remove the skimmer, clean it, and then clean the return pump, and switch out the media in the ZEOvit reactor. Alright, we're back, and we're probably 2/3 of the way through. We have the water down to about 1 inch or so. We have the center chamber of the trigger system. This is the crystal model, and it's 36 inches long, 14 inches wide. It's the center chamber and the bubble trap, and then the auto top off, pump reactor, the heater, which I need to unplug, but it's still in water, and the return pump, which also needs servicing. So don't think the return pump has ever been serviced since I purchased it. So alright, we'll take a quick look at the skimmer and be right back. Alright, we are back over by the sink, and we are getting ready to do a vinegar bath of the skimmer. As I mentioned, I believe this is probably the second time that I've cleaned this pump. And I will put a zip tie around there, and I'll pull that zip tie off, and we'll get everything cleaned and back online. pretty much down to that much water, and we have the last chamber left. And we start filling this back up, and alright, so we got the skimmer soaking in vinegar and hot water, and alright, so we're here, skimmer soaking. We're going to focus on the pump. And we will clean the propeller. Alright, so we got everything cleaned off. I need to do a little bit more here. I'm also going to do one modification of a zip tie around this piece, the air intake, and then we'll get everything reassembled and back together. Alright, we're back and everything is online. The sump is back online. The tank is all cloudy. We have the return dropping into some filter floss. I'm not a big fan of filter socks, but all the crap that I cleaned out of the sump, I definitely know I don't want all that back in the sump, so I gotta siphon out some of the bottom, but definitely switching out the ZEOvit stones while I'm working on the sump, and then onto the 2 reactors there, and we'll be all done. Quick look at all of this water came out of the sump, and it's pretty dirty, and corals are starting to close up, at least the zoes. Most of the soft corals kind of love the particles in the water, and